across the country. There are 1 Million Cups groups meeting at 9 o'clock on Wednesday. And so here we are today. Just a reminder, this is the last meeting of this year. So we have the last presentation. Olivier is going to be doing it today, so he gets the grand finale at the end of the season. Yeah. So I want to thank the Kaufman Foundation. They obviously sponsor this organization. They help us out, new signage and the mugs and stuff like that, and the program structure. I got to thank Cinematique. All year they take great care of us. Jed's in the back. This is one of the best venues of any of the 1 Million Cups organizations. It's just perfect. It's they take care of it. Great ambiance, as they say. A great venue to have it at. We have to thank Volusia County Economic Development because they help pay for this. So they provide us funds, and we pay Cinematique to help take care of the place here for our meetings. Am I missing anybody?
New people.
Well, I was going to get into that. Yeah, I just want to make sure we had all the sponsors. So, like I said, every Wednesday morning, 9 o'clock, and so we have some new folks here today. And I saw Nadia come in and introduce herself. Nadia, stand up. She's brand new from Maine and from all the rest of the country here. So say hello to her. Any other new guests today? First timers? No? All veterans, so to speak. So today we have a presenter. We should say bonjour. Bonjour. He is here talking about his products. His name is Olivier, right?
Oliver.
Got it. Yes. Oliver, go by Oliver.
Yeah.
Oliver's going to talk about Kibby and his company and business. And so, for those of you who are new, we'll do the presentation. He'll tell us about what's going on, talk about some of his challenges, and then we have the opportunity to offer comments, ideas, suggestions if you're familiar with the industry, offering some help, and any questions you have. So we'll be bringing the microphone around after his presentation. So right now, I'm going to leave it to you. Welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. So I have some notes, because normally my wife should be here.
Hold the mic
She's
up.
not.
Put the mic up right here.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. So good morning. So, sorry. This is Josiah, and his story is why we are here today. Why Kibby Medical exists. So before I explain the problem we are solving, I want to explain who we are. My name is Olivier Wagenheim. I have 3 decades of experience in computer engineering, electronics, and fabrication, hardware fabrication, and signal analyzing. My wife has 15 years of experience in ICU and in NICU and pediatric cardiac. Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
So to explain the story that we are solving, the problem we are solving, I want you to understand that, in February 2024, Josiah was admitted in ICU for a feeding tube affection. And for 8 months, Stephanie, my wife, have care for these kids, and I've tried with the medical team, and everyone have fell in love with this child. And after multiple delays to the respiratory infection, his surgery was finally complete in February 2005, and Josiah was discharged home. 2 weeks later, he returned from a critical illness with a severe upper respiratory infection. His heart could not keep, and he died. And Stephanie received the news, and we received the news because we wanted to adopt these kids as a medical foster, but we didn't. And that was completely preventable. His death was completely preventable. So, my wife asked me what I can do. I say, I don't know. I will check. And that day, I started working on Kibby Medical. Kibby Medical, we have over 40,000 babies who die from cardiac heart disease in the United States. And among the most form, the severe form, is a single ventricular defect, which require 3-stage surgery. And those surgery happen within days and after years. So, and between this surgery is one of the most critical part is called the interstage period. Is where generally baby have problem and family have problem. Parents must studently provide ICU care level, so they have to administrate very complex medication. They have to manage feeding tube and analyze the baby's sudden change that they have in their care. In fact, they have So hospital provide a discharge kit, but these discharge kits are not enough. The problem they have outlined, but they don't have really a deployment system to help those kids. And the mortality rate is only 20% of the. So many deaths are preventable. So I came with a solution. It's called Kibby Medical. It's an intelligent care company who bridge the clinical with the parent. So Kibby Medical integrate 3 systems working together. We have a baby assessment system, who is a contactless and So the first assessment is a contactless sensor fusion. It continues to track vital signs, respiration, temperature, perfusion, circulation, and distress. The second is a quality care oversight. This is a critical difference. Kibby Medical doesn't just watch the baby. It verifies that the caregiver has followed the complex protocol put in place by the medical team. Feeding tube, medication schedule. The system guides the parent through every step for the kids. The third is a life assistant response. When the baby is in distress, Kibby Medical responds with automatic smoothing system. When the caregiver needs help, the system provides a step-by-step guidance. And when the situation escalates, it connects the parent and the clinical team together. All 3 systems work together, ensuring that expertise is always present, even when specialized cannot be physically here. Here is what it looks like. So, under the hood of Kibby Medical, we use a primary and secondary AI architecture. Primary is a local redundancy, NVIDIA Jensen Edge with 2 independent Jensen operating in parallel, continuous checking, cross-checking of each other to ensure fault tolerance. Local system handle life-critical function, physiological assessment, distress detection, and emergency response. We try to be at under 100 milliseconds of reaction times. So that means when one of the fusion sensors have detected something, it goes through the AI, and the AI have to analyze it. So that means 100 millisecond response. It never depends on internet connection. This is completely local for this part. The second AI operates on a cloud, on an NVIDIA cloud. Data center, GPU, performing all the computation, where quality analysis, pattern learning, and continuous improvement the care of the baby. So, if connected is lost, the local AI will take, for example, if internet, or even if the electricity shuts down, the system is completely autonomous. And you also have a redundancy. That means if something goes wrong, the system always continues. Safety never depends on the connections. So, the strategy. Kibby Medical Platform is a mission-driven and commercially sustainable. We operate through a dual entity structure. So we have kibbymedical.org, who is a 501 non-profit organization. So this one will manage home interstage care system. So we'll do a reimbursement. So we will work with insurance, Medicare and Medicaid for reimbursement, and all the surplus will be reinvested in research and development and expanded access. The second company is Cyberotech. This one is only for Cyberotech is the profit company. It owns all the intellectual property and license and generate revenue. Aviation deployment, custom AI for medical, and technology licensing. We have a same core platform to adapt to multiple applications, validating the technology while creating a sustainable revenue from the mission. We have progressed from concept to early working system, demonstrating technological feasibility. Our dual AI architecture are fully defined and designed for medical grade reliability, including local redundancy. Medical advisor with pediatric cardiac experience are actively guiding development. In parallel, we are advancing to aviation funding discussion to validate the platform for high-stake real-world environment. This is our vision. Well, that's okay. This is our vision. Medical seamless integrated into a home nursery. Sensor monitoring contactless, AI analyze continue, parent can sleep peacefully, finally. I don't know if you have kids. You have the kids who have been sick. And you know that during the night, you have hard time to sleep. Okay, you wake up. My sister died, and my brother died also from CVHD. That's why also this project is very important for me. I think we have the technology now that we can save those kids. So, yeah, Kibby Medical exists because no family should lose their kids in preventable complication at home. Jesiah is not a unique story. We have thousands of stories like that in the US. And like I say, we are building technology to ensure clinical expertise follow babies home, so parents have support they need when it matters the most. This is why I do this work. I'm sorry. What I ask for the community is to help us. We are looking for partners in pediatric cardiac specialists, cardiac ICU nurse, children's hospital, people who can provide clinical insight to help validation and guide responsibility partnership. We are also looking for engineering experience, who know how to work with medical device, who know how FDA and EPA regulations are complex. And we are asking also anyone who believes in this mission and want to contribute. And you are welcome to help us. So this is Kibby, and this is my little presentation. I'm sorry.
Excellent job.
Thank you so much.
What a great product idea, what a great concept. So we're gonna turn it over to the audience here and give you an opportunity to get some feedback and some ideas. So, my first question is, how far along in the development are you? You've got, and it sounds like you've got the AI operational system and some physical device that needs to go into to the room?
Yes, alors we are on, the proof of concept is already done. We work right now on Clara from NVIDIA with a Jetson system for the local. Same thing for the cloud system. So we have, and the sensor was the most difficult part because the sensor system work with radar, camera, a specialized laser to, my most difficult part in this work was to analyze color of skin. It looked like stupid, but each one have a different color of skin. And AI to differentiate and cyanosis, because in medical that's very important, especially for cardiac, especially for CDHD, because I don't know if you know, but their tips of the finger become blue, their lips become blue, and that's dangerous. Problem is, was one of my most difficult parts, so I decided to create a laser that analyzed not the color, but the spectrum of the color. And we are at the point on the development where now we are going to do it. I know it's difficult for me, but I will not let this project go waste. Next question.
We need to have Vaughn here this week, boy.
Yeah.
He would get into this, and he has that background. We need to hook you up with Vaughn Nakayama. He has a background in this world. So, I noticed, and from the picture I saw of the baby in the crib, there was the monitors on the right. Those are what the lasers are.
Alors, those are the monitors, yes, they are multiple
So those go,
sensor.
in this case, over the crib, and then
Yes.
there's the base unit right here.
Right, that's the base. But the sensor have also some light therapy, sound therapy to smooth the kids. He analyze also how the kids react, the pattern of the kids, how he turn. For example, and you know you have a baby, can find him on the stomach, and he can suffocate himself. So he detect that. He try to slowly to learn what is your baby doing, how it does.
So there's nothing that the baby is actually wearing. It's all being monitored by those lasers.
Correct, and that was the most difficult part of this project. There is, as you can see on the side, auxiliary port, because sometimes we need to have an oximeter to manage, to see what the oxygenation is. But generally, I'm trying to find a way to see the oxygenation blood compared to what the spectrum is resending to the camera, the feedback. And we're almost there.
It'd be really cool, you know, having 3 kids and knowing how they just eat their crib or whatever, to see those sensors actually integrated into the crib itself, opposed to being a clip-on.
Yes.
And I get what you're doing, so you have to prove the concept.
It's a
That
proof of
could be-
concept.
That'd be a real cool
Mhm.
next version of this, is to somehow integrate it into the crib itself, so the crib is the whole piece. The only thing that, I think the whole concept is cool, I like what everything you're doing. My only 2 cents in it, man, my child would have ripped one of those things off and flying across the room.
They can try. This made solid, I promise.
No,
It's
it's cool.
rugged with, not on this one, but the final, I want to rug it in silicone. With a silicone sleeve, because that's another problem when kids grow up. You know, kids can be dirty.
As soon as they start standing.
Yeah, you know that.
They start, yeah.
So, yeah, I try to take everything by myself, I'm just one brain.
No, that's cool. It's definitely a cool concept. Does it pair to your phone too?
No, not right now. It will, but it's an app
Yeah.
The app is only for the parent and the clinical. The clinical, we want to add that to, for example, Epic CMS system for the hospital, and we want to integrate that.
So they can push out to Epic, but.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Because right now they use only outline, and like I have a story. My wife was in vacation. The surgeon was in vacation. When they came back, they never been informed that one of the kids had died. And imagine the surprise when they came back and another kids have died because there is not enough people in the hospital to put one hospital. Behind each kid, it's not possible. And we have some system who can detect pattern very easily. They are very good with that. 5 years ago, I would not be here because I didn't think AI was advanced enough. Now they are. Yes?
Good morning, Oliver. Great presentation.
Thank you.
Noble cause for sure. Will this product have application in a clinical setting as well, in your opinion?
It's only clinical setting. For right now,
But, so
yes.
I interpreted this to be something that parents would use at home.
No.
So this will be used exclusively within a clinical setting?
Correct.
I see. All right, thank you very much.
This system is only for clinical for right now, at this point.
It's only what?
Only.
For clinical, for specialized, for hospital. It will be to deploy with the patient after the surgery, between those interstage. When you have the interstage is where mortality is the higher, the rate is 20%. So, like 8,000 kids.
Good morning, Stephen Oliver, Local IQ. A couple quick questions.
Yeah.
Patent, competition, and the last one would be the lasers. You know, I'm thinking I have kids, my kids in the crib, and we've got lasers pointed at them, and the laser goes in their eyes, and it's, okay, so.
This one doesn't know
You
the
can
eyes.
address that.
That's why you have three systems. Okay, we have three. So, first question was
Patent.
patent. So the IP, we are on patent provisional right now. We have 8 patents that I'm working with my wife to establish. I'm working by myself, so you know how it's hard to do it. And also I'm French, so imagine. So, yeah, it's very, it's a point that I've been working on, but we are not finalized. We are doing
Yes, we'll be doing that. Competition.
competition. There is one competition that I knew. It's a cardiac monitor, but it need to be under skin. So that's an invasive. I try to be not invasive in this project. That's my main goal. Because baby turn, and also getting people.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next one.
Tyler, I'm Keith from Fractional Unit Marketing. So, just a couple of questions and comments. You've identified the problem and your solution to the problem, and could you articulate for us what is the benefit of that solution? And I don't mean just that it will save infants. The problem is obviously that infants are dying. The solution is you have a monitoring technology that can intercept that. But the benefit is if you're selling a product to clinical institutions and hospitals, and if that's where your market is, what are the benefits to those institutions apart from the obvious? Because they make decisions based on financial factors.
Okay. So that's a very good question. When a kid go back home and return to the hospital because he have a problem that costs around $40,000 to the hospital, costs a lot of money. Or insurance paid, of course, but it's not great. Also, the benefit is we have a system with struggling. There is nurse who cannot do wrong because there is too many people who call the hotline for something nothing. For clinics, that will save them times. Because it's question that they don't have answered 10 times on the phone. They don't have to have someone to come unless it's critical, okay? Unless the data, because sometimes the parents don't see the data. The data are sent to the clinical tool in real time. So those data, when they receive in real times, they can analyze it, say, oh, there is a problem with the respiration and the rate of the breathing rate. The heart of a pneumonia. That's not right. So they analyze that. We don't analyze. We don't give. We don't give what you call that. We are not there to replace a doctor or a nurse. We are just here to help them. You understand? And it's where I think the system can save hospital a ton of money, because they don't have to have a system which is completely struggle.
Okay, just a comment if I may.
Yeah.
You know, the purpose of this is that we get feedback. It's a critique, not a criticism. Of course.
No, I understand. I understand.
So here it is. Is that just a practical advice? When you're presenting on slides, if you've got text on the screen, don't read the slide. We can all read the slide. So make bullet points and talk and engage us while we read the slide. That's one of the first things I was told when I gave a presentation and I read the slide. I said, if you're going to read the slide, why do we need the slide? The second thing is that just the basis of when you're giving these presentations, all presentations are marketing at their core. And marketing has to do two things. It has to inform, which you do, but it also has to entertain. And I don't mean, I'm not being gauche about the subject matter, it just means that it has to keep our interests. I went on your QR code and I looked to your website and I've read it and it talks about problem solution. Again, it doesn't talk about the benefits, like how much you can save. But it's also very verbose. There's a lot of text in there. I might suggest, because this is a technology product, that you might consider, creating some video content that grabs the surfer as soon as they get to the site, rather than having to read a lot, because we are becoming an audio-visual generation. And if you go on a place like Fiverr, there are a lot of providers and presentation builders that for a very small amount of money can make really great presentations that can grab and keep attention, because that's ultimately what you're trying to do very quickly. Thanks.
Yes, thank you for the point. That's why I mix. Why I need also help. Social media and connection with people is not my thing. I worked with computer for almost 2 decades. Of course, when it was on 8-bit, it was different.
Great presentation.
Thank
What
you.
is the aviation use?
So there is another system that is not here. It's an handheld system scanner for rapid triage and help also adult to find problem, like cardiac problem, respiration. So one of my friends own a company who is an airline company, he asked me if I can deploy this system into his airplane to check if they have, for example, a passenger who is sick, and the person, like you have a person who is getting sick and we don't know the level of emergency, the system can scan the person and give a level of emergency. Do you understand? And is where I want maybe a possibility to expand to aviation and transportation, like emergency transportation, to see the person and how the person is reacting. You understand?
Okay. I see you're getting breathing rate, heart rate, temperature. And that's all due to a laser.
No, there is multiple sensor. There is also a radar system, microwave radar system.
Microwave
So
radio.
hold the mic on a bit.
Yes.
Closer, we can't hear
Oh,
you.
sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have a microwave radar system integrated. We have different camera. We have an infrared camera. We have the laser system. We can point on different part of the body. So we will check to not, of course, point the laser in the eyes of the kids. And
Is it accurate?
What you say?
It's an accurate reading from the laser?
We are an accurate reading around 30% accurate right now. And but your plan is to have an accuracy from less than 1 to 2% max. But it's like it will take times. My main problem with this project is to fight, not fight, but working with IPA and FDA to have those systems regulated. And is where I need help a lot.
Thank you.
Hey Oliver, great presentation. I really love the story. Where are you at in your product phase? Are you still doing your seed round funding? Is the product already developed yet? Is the AI system already there, or is it still an idea? And you did say that you have a proof of concept. Have you done?
Yes, we have a prototype.
You have a prototype
Yes,
right
I
now.
3D printed.
Okay.
Okay. I have done a lot of product in my life in hardware. So I designed this one so the system can be also interchangeable fast. So if there is a problem, you work like for example, one of the nodes died. There is 3 layers on the top. They will tell you.
So have you tested the product yet?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I think like to jump on a couple of comments from the audience, I think an explainer video
Yes.
focusing on the device and the story would really help bring Kibby Medical to life while you're still doing and trying to find your next round of seed funding for your company. And you know, as you approach to your next phase of your company, I think that will be really helpful. Specifically on what you need to develop for your product. Because without the product, really, it's just, it is an idea at this point. So, so just food for
It
thought.
is an idea, but it's also a concept. I would say that we are in a very early stage, yes,
Yeah.
but it's real, it's concrete. There is a market in this section. Of course, people will think about money. I don't like that, especially when we talk about kids. Understand what I mean?
Sure.
Okay? Of course, we need money. Medical have tons. And this is a mission, okay? It's not just a job. And we can develop that for multiple. Imagine if we develop that for elderly people care. I take care of my grandmother with Alzheimer's for 4 years. And knowing that she is wandering at night, thinking about how she is, and find her one morning dead in bed, that a system like that can prevent. We have a lot of possibility, a lot of capacity, not just for babies, like I say, for airplane, transportation of patients who are critical, and the system can really check what the baby is doing, what the person is doing. The rapid triage can be also another thing in case of mass problem. Now, rapid triage to know what care, what level of care this person needs, level 1 to 10, for example, and that can be very time saving for people. Because time in medical, I learned, is critical. That's why also that's another product well. The times that parents will realize that there is a problem with their kids, sometimes it's too late. When my brother died in 1983, and my sister died in 1965, I think I met them. My mother was by herself for both. And knowing what she has been through, knowing what my wife is going through, is why it makes me this project very personal.
So just an idea, I used to work for the Stanford University School of Medicine, You might want to reach out to a couple of school of medicines, that they would have projects come in like this, and the students would go to work on solving some of the issues that you have. So just an idea, it wouldn't cost you any money, and you might, get a lot out of it by having some of those students work on it with you.
Yes. I totally agree. My wife is right now in West Virginia. She's a traveling nurse, and she works for the cardiac pediatric unit over there. So she will reach out them a little bit later to see what we can and what they can. We have also reached Arnold Palmer Hospital, who are interested, because maybe this project comes from them, because I was getting some help and feedback from one of their surgeons who have helped me to guide this project. Any question?
Anybody else? See, now, we got one more question for you though.
Thank you.
So you've got a bunch of folks here today that are going to be heading out into the rest of the world here, and they've got the opportunity to talk to people and talk about your products. So what is the one thing that the 1MC Daytona community could do for you when we head out there?
What you can do? Support my project. Help me to find connection. Like this lady who helped me to not just about money, but also, we need money to find this project, to follow this project, to make it. But what you can help us is just getting out there, sharing your link. Okay? We don't ask for money. We ask for few. We ask for people to know what we can do. I think that's more important. Oh,
Very good. All right, let's give it up. Great job.
Yeah, the technical verse section is more my style.
Yes.
My wife is more on the clinical section.
Good. Come on up here. So we're going to bring up the lights here. Hey, we're not here next week. We are not here the week of New Year's. Our next meeting will be January 7th, okay? January 7th, that'll be the next one. You'll see it on Facebook, you can see it on YouTube. We'll be posting the video from today's presentation up on YouTube. So take a look at it there and share it with your friends. We'll bring up, we got the lights up. So if everybody come on up, we're going to do our